Topic is you.
Me? I am the topic? Oh, danger. Now I can see red flags.
So I wanted to know, while you were walking your journey, were there ever times when you felt that this is all rubbish? Like there is no Paramatma, there is no light at the end of the tunnel. Did you ever feel like that?
The Karnataka Express accident which I saw, and so many dead bodies, especially the children. That is when, even at that time, it wasn't about that there is no God or there is no higher power. Instead, I was very angry at that higher power. So at age of 13, I was very much angry and gussa with Bhagwan. Then comes a little child in your life. Suddenly you are blind to all of that. Younger the child you have, much more blind you are even towards your husband or towards your spouse. So a spiritual journey is like that. When you have so much vairagya within you, you may be eating, sleeping, doing chores, whatever, or working professionally, nothing can take your mind away.
A lot of friends, I'm not only talking about romantic relationships, but your friendships break, and a lot of turmoil happens.
There comes a certain time in your spiritual journey when that karmic settlement is done with somebody. They may be your spouse, they may be your brother, sister, they may be even your parents. But the way I live in ananda, I just want people to have that once. Just once in life. Anybody who meets me, I just want them to feel ananda, even if it is for few minutes. That will change their life. Jai Shivai. Pranam everyone, and we have Yogini ji again with us, and we are here again with a lot of questions that Yogini ji is going to fire on me. Let's see what answers comes out. What is given. All right. Water time is smoothie time. You are drinking a smoothie today?
Today I'm having desi turmeric milk with
milk. Very good, very good. It's good for, relieving all the pains and all the inflammation in the body. It's good.
I will let you know if the pains went away.
All right. What are your questions today?
Today, I was thinking of a very interesting topic. It's a topic that we as humans probably cannot wrap our head around. And the topic is you, Guruji.
Me? I am the topic? Oh, danger. Now I can see red flags. Topic on me. All right.
You might need haldi milk, turmeric milk after.
Okay. All right, go ahead. Fire your questions.
So the topic is more about your spiritual journey. And I think there is a lot we can learn from your journey. So that's why I'm going to ask you about it. I will start from the beginning. I know that you are an IT professional, and IT is all about logics and structural thinking and whatnot. So I wanted to know, while you were walking your journey, were there ever times when you felt that this is all rubbish? Like there is no Paramatma, there is no light at the end of the tunnel. Did you ever feel like that?
Okay. So in this lifetime, since childhood, okay, since I would have opened my eyes around, I remember as far back as I was 2 years of age. 2 years. Actually, there are things that I remember when I was 6 months old. There are few flashes of memory that I have, and then I have proper memory of everything, most of the things from my 2 years of age, 2.5 years of age. But since then, I always felt as if there is a power, there is somebody, Okay? I may not have the vocabulary to call it God, or call it, Paramatma, Bhagwan. I didn't have those vocabulary at such a young age. But yes, this whole universe, this whole thing, the idea of somehow that vastness that exists, so all that was always there, that there is somebody. Nobody has created, no human being has created this universe, and there is someone. Some higher power is definitely there. So that was not just a faith in me, that was a conviction in me. You can't shake it, period. No matter how many arguments somebody else gives, no matter how much social conditioning happens, no matter what other people are feeling or whatever it is, in my heart there is a knowing that someone exists, some power exists. And when you talk about being in IT, yes, it's a very logical side of stuff. But since I was kind of a balanced person who has a right brain and left brain kind of balance, or all the activities, logical activities, as well as highly creative activities. So I have always used IT or softwares or programming, you can say, to create something. Even till date, it is always about creating the solution. And that is where most of my energy is spent. So when inside the creation you wrap the logic, creation is always renewing itself. You're doing something new always. So never ever was I bored, because I realized how much we can create using this, how much solutioning we can do, how much betterment of human life we can do, how much workload we can reduce from people. So it was always about that for me. So I never felt it had nothing to do with Bhagwan exists or not, that power exists or not. Because even when you are tapped into that power of creation and you are writing code or creating a design, software architecture, or a design of some software solution, then also you are so busy, so meditatively creative, that where is that creation coming from? Where is that solution coming from? So in a way, you are always tuned into that higher power. So I never ever felt like nobody's there. But yes, later on when I grew up and I saw so much of pain, death, especially the train accident at the age of 13, 14 that I saw, where more than 800, 900 people died. The Karnataka Express accident, which I saw, and so many dead bodies, especially the children. That is when, even at that time, it wasn't about that there is no God or there is no higher power. Instead, I was very angry at that higher power. So at age of 13, I was very much angry and gussa with Bhagwan. How can you do this? How can you let this happen? How can you give pain to so many children who were orphaned, or who lost their limbs, or lost their life, lost their parents, lost something? I was much more sensitive towards what was the mistake. My question was, what was the mistake these children have done? They are so young that they couldn't have done karma. So that idea that karma carries over from the previous lifetime is what my question, what my misunderstanding, what my ignorance was about at that time. So there was, and I since childhood I always used to talk to that higher power directly. That too in a very friendly way. What you did is wrong. Fix this. Or why are you not doing this? Just like you would talk to your friend, I always talk to that higher power. So I never felt that there's nobody there. I was talking to them. What answer I got, what I did not get, that's a different story. But yeah, I never felt that there is nobody or no power like that.
That is a very sweet thought that you thought of God as your friend, or God, no, but Paramatma as your friend. So yeah, that is.
It's always.
Um, so next thing I wanted to talk about is that when I was reading your LinkedIn profile, and also in our videos we share your spiritual journey a bit. There's a short write up. So the time frame that you have mentioned of you being self realized and then enlightened matches drastically with the time period in your professional life when you were probably very very busy, and also doing a lot of things on the work front, on your career front. And sometimes we feel like we don't get time, in our 24 hours of the day we don't even get time to do like pranayam, or the basic sadhanas prescribed by our gurus. So how did you manage this big task or your ultimate goal, human's ultimate life purpose, while doing everything else?
So I have tried to answer this in so many different ways to different people. I've been asked this question a lot. But today, let me give you a very different example to help you understand all this. See, when a woman or a man gets married, right? Suddenly they have a new life partner to pay attention to. They have their in laws to pay attention to. A lot of household work increases. You have to do this, you have to do that, you have to do that. A lot of financial responsibility increases, right? You start doing this, you start doing that. So many things start happening in life. And the life feels like a roller coaster actually when you get married. For quite some time, it is overwhelming to have the responsibility, so much of responsibility, accountability, yet and answerable to so many people at the same time. So much of human interaction increases. It seems as if expectations, obligations, all that becomes such a big thing in your life. You are completely overwhelmed by all that. Then comes a little child in your life. Suddenly you are blind to all of that. Younger the child you have, much more blind you are even towards your husband or towards your spouse. Yes, that's the truth. Bitter truth. Whatever expectation, obligation suddenly are thrown out. You don't even see them. Even if you see them or you think about, fulfilling them in some way, if you can't, you, okay, your child takes priority from every damn thing. Nothing else feels that important. So imagine if a child can do that to you. If the presence of such a young child, a new small human being can do that to you, exactly same thing vairagya does to you. You being superficially busy in so many things, but your focus is always and always and always your commitment to your own spiritual journey, the answers that you are looking for. And that focus never wavers. Ask a mother, ask a 1 year old child's mother whether at night she's ever able to sleep like a log or not. They're not. You never know when the child will wake up. And children do wake up at night. So many times. We do have to wake up. And even if somebody tells you when you have a young child, if they tell you you need to have time for yourself, how about you go out and give yourself a space, this, that, blah, 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 and they will take you to movie or to some outing or some place, in the back of your mind, where is your focus? Where is your dharana? On your child. Oh, I left my child, whether he might have eaten or not, whether he might be sleeping or not, whether that other person would be, how much bothered they might be, all that. No matter what you do, try taking the child out of your life, out of your mind. till they are 20, 25 years of age. Can you? You cannot. It is as if some physical connection has happened between you and your child, which is not visible, but it is there. Exactly like that vairagya is. When vairagya happens, you are so focused on that source, so much. There is such a pull. And it's exactly the same pull that mothers feel or parents feel. Some fathers feel it too with the children. Fathers suddenly, men, boys become men when they have a child. And suddenly, no matter what they are doing, in the back of their mind, there is the thought that, okay, I need to have financial security for my son or for my daughter. I need to have money for their college, for their cricket, for their piano, for this, for that. And in the back of the mind, whatever it is that they are doing, it is for their children. And before that, it was all about friends. It was all about mother, father. It was all about fun. It was all about my life. It was all about my body. All those concepts are suddenly gone from your heart. My body, my life, whatever it is. So suddenly you become blind to so many things. That is what a child's presence does to you in your life. Exactly same way vairagya is. So even though I was working hard or doing whatever, or say mothers seem like they are cooking right now. In the back of their mind, what are they thinking? Oh, if they have a toddler, you know, right? You had a daughter too, I have a son. In the back of the mind, even when we are cooking or cleaning or doing laundry or whatever, in the back of where did this guy go? My son used to crawl really fast. 1 minute he was there, another minute I have to search for him. What was he doing now? What if he hurts himself? Okay, pulls something drops on him or things like that. You are always looking. No matter how much child safe your child is, your house is, still there are accidents that will happen with child. So from the surface, what looks like, oh, you are cooking, oh, you are cleaning, but where is your focus continuously? And nobody can take your focus away from there. Nobody. No matter what. So spiritual journey is like that. When you have so much vairagya within you, you may be eating, sleeping, doing chores, whatever, or working professionally, nothing can take your mind away.
Ma, talking about vairagya, not everybody is at the same level of vairagya. Everybody is walking on a different timeline, and everybody has their own karmic bundles. So when you're walking that seriously on your spiritual journey, a lot of relationships break. A lot of friends. I'm not only talking about romantic relationships, but your friendships break, and a lot of turmoil happens. But when it comes to relationships, like, how did you deal with this? Like, did you have to deal with it, or were you like, it doesn't matter?
So, a spiritual journey always translates into you wrapping up karma with others, right? Till the time you have lot of daily transactions, you are either building karma, new karma, very easily, or you are spending the karma, you are depleting the karma that you have. Those are the two things that will continue. There comes a certain time in your spiritual journey when that karmic settlement is done with somebody. They may be your spouse, they may be your brother, sister, they may be even your parents. So when that karmic cycle with somebody comes to halt, that relationship is gone, is over. It could be in the form of divorce. It could be in the form of broken friendships. It could be in the form of your parents' death. It could be in the form of the death of your spouse. It could be in the form of so many ways, so many things. You may run away from your house like Maharishi Dayanand Saraswati, or some people actually ran away from Paramahansa Yogananda, actually ran away from your house. So they are no longer in the daily transaction with their friends, relatives, spouse, or anybody. Buddha went out from the house. So till the time you are in that daily transaction mode, by daily I mean if you are friends, you may be meeting weekly. So that's a weekly transaction. Or mentally at some subconscious level, you are still connected in so many ways. But when that karmic cycle is gone, the space here is empty. Suddenly you stop seeing them at all. Right? So yes, when you are walking your spiritual journey, especially when it comes to husband and wife, if they are walking the spiritual journey together, fine. Even then, one might grow with good speed, one may lag behind. If you can live together and still complete it, fine. If not, who's stopping you? Nobody. Nothing is stopping you. So that is the thing. But all this does not mean running away from your responsibility or in some form of escapism. No, don't see it in the form of, oh, somebody escaped from their responsibility. No. An Atma's prime responsibility was towards your own Atma, nothing else. And they say very well, right? If you have to, the day you have your own family, you stop taking care of your parents. In other words, you leave the house to start your own family, to take care of your own family. And when somebody goes into the government, they leave even that family which they created. Or you get into a job, you leave that family. If you go into army, you leave everything. Or if you are in emergency services, there is no regard to that family which you gave birth to, which you created. If you are a doctor or a policeman or an army person, you leave all of that. But the day you have to walk your own spiritual journey, everything else is left behind. Because this is how karmic cycle goes. For some time, you have a lot of karma attached to your parents. So you live in the house. You have daily transactions with them. The day you create your karma with your own family, you create a new family, your karma starts with them. Then your karma starts with lot of places where you are working with those people. So these are the ways of depleting karma step by step, step by step, step by step. Someday all this will come to health. You will find yourself, oh, suddenly I am lonely. Suddenly I am alone. Wow. No karma left. So yeah.
Not easy for everybody to see that as wow, but I think the gyan that we are depleting our karma is an important thing.
People have more raga attachment, right? So till the time you have attachment, you will either keep creating new karma. There's no way to stop. So yeah, that is what becomes the reason for turmoil. Otherwise, your transaction is over. Why would you be in turmoil? We girls usually in India, when Hindu girls are married, they go to their husband's house, in-laws' house, and they may cry while going there, or everybody may cry. But do you think they'll keep crying for so many years? No. It's an hour, 2 hour long crying, and after a few days of feeling the absence. But after that, they know that now my daughter is closer to me in different ways. In a different way. She's still there. She hasn't gone forever. She's still there, but in a different way.
Now, when enlightenment happens, does Paramatma give you some classes on how to give examples? Like I've seen a lot of enlightened people, they give all these mind-blowing examples and you're just like speechless. Anyway, my next question is another thing that I found very interesting about your journey is that you mentioned that you were in Samadhi for a very long time. I don't know if I remember this right, but you said about 75 days.
72 to 75. Yeah.
Yeah, and then you also mentioned that towards the end, before your Nirvikalp Samadhi, you just made a decision that, okay, if I don't meet or if I don't merge with the divine, then I'm not going to breathe. for 1 hour or so, or I don't know. Am I right? I read this long back.
That happened before the Samadhi. That is what put me into Samadhi. The extreme level of vairagya that said inside me, either I see you tonight, today, now, or just I'm done.
But what boggles my mind is how is this humanly possible? Like 75 days, like your natural cycles, simple things like going to the restroom or eating, or everything just comes to a halt, or like how does this happen?
Samadhi is a state of your chitta, your consciousness. It's about going beyond consciousness to the source of the consciousness. So, whatever body is doing, the daily routine or stuff like that, the jaw, even the jaw, all that becomes spontaneous. Now, it's very hard to explain in words, but just think about that. You might have had a time when your daughter was sick. Weren't you eating that time? Weren't you going to doctor, driving even, doing everything? But later on, when your daughter was fine and you felt happy about it, suddenly it feels like you were being a robot. Or you were just being, you can either call yourself a robot, or you can say that you might have felt as if you were spontaneous. Whatever needs to be done, you were just doing it. It was just happening through you. And the same feeling people may be able to understand when they lose a loved one, a death happens. And especially the death of your parents, especially when you are young and your parents die, or somebody you lose in your, any loved one you lose. From the moment that you realize that death has happened till the time they are cremated or the funeral happens, and even after some time, it's not that you were not living at that time, you are. And it's not that you may not be working at that time, you were, but you just have no idea how some things happened, who did what. You don't have much memory of it, how things were happening. It's just that these things were happening. So you see, it's an extreme shock state. Now, when you are unconscious and all these things are happening, it's a state of shock, you can say. A state of shock, a state of awe, a state of question, state of grief, extreme grief. In Samadhi, it's exactly opposite. Firstly, you are gone, and that too, you are very happy about it. Who the heck is scared? Who the heck is worried about how things were happening, why they were happening, the way they were happening? It's just that they keep on happening. So the show goes on, using through your body, whatever has to happen, whatever mind has to happen, things used to happen, they keep on happening the exactly same way. Nothing matters for you. You're not living inside the time and space. You are actually outside the time and space. So you exist in both places at the same time. Because the body is visible inside the time and space, people are usually able to judge or analyze using what body was doing or what their mind was doing, what professionally they might be doing, because they have no way to see what was going on the other plane.
So then it's a myth that you have to sit like this for 75 days. Like, that is not.
That myth is broken even for the serious meditators. When they are meditative, doesn't matter if they are walking, talking, doing whatever, they never lose that dharana. Same thing, your child is sick. Try losing that thought. Try losing the thought about your worry about your child, or whatever it is that you are feeling that your child is seriously sick. You have no idea what will happen to them. Try losing it. You can't. No matter how hard you try, you can't lose it.
So, Ma, how does it feel now? Like, you're a guru now, and you're enlightened.
I don't know if I am a guru or not. If anybody listens to me or not.
We consider you our guru, and we come to you for guidance. So let me put it that way. And does it all feel like a game, and like, is it all like, funny now?
Well, it's not funny actually. Every day when you get up in the morning and you have to think of a reason to be in the body today. And then you come up with 99 ways to do that. So, how does that matter? But at the very same time, so there are two ways you can exist. Anyone can exist after the enlightenment. One way is to be always in Samadhi. Okay? And those people, those who have very less karma remaining, they usually choose that path. Because there's no point in keep going. Just sit, enjoy, don't breathe, go. And they have a very short lifespan after that. 21 days of lifespan, or some may live even a year, 2 years. That is it. So it all depends upon how much karma you have left with. Karmic force is still going on. So those like me, those who still have some karmic force going on, which at times does get over or kind of, So then I have to figure out, okay, where are all the other people, those who have had karma with me? Come back, come to me. Have to figure out ways. Because whenever that karmic wheel starts slowing down, I start staying myself in Samadhi more and more and more. And then it's almost like, let's just get the heck out of this body. Why? Why live in this small body? For what? I'm not running the world. I'm not doing anything. Everything is happening by itself. Or it may not even be happening. How does it concern me now? Nothing. No. So it's hard. It's difficult. And when it is not difficult, yes, it's fun. It's playtime. It's just Leela. Why we call it Leela? Because you lose your ability to create karma, new karma. When any action or kriya has no karma attached to it, you call it Leela. Okay? Games of consciousness, play of consciousness. Fine. Then it doesn't matter whether I do IT or whether I teach, preach people, or whether I give them initiation, or I cook and eat food, or I do gardening, or I do whatever. I try to do whatever best I can. And yes, one thing is definitely there, that the way I live in Ananda, I just want people to have that once. Just once in life. Anybody who meets me, I just want them to feel Ananda, even if it is for few minutes. That will change their life. And that nature is more like, how a mother would eat something tasty and then she want that her child to feed. She'll try to feed that to her child as well. Oh, eat this. See, this is very tasty. We all have that habit, right? It's a very motherly thing to think about. Just once. Have that peace within. Feel that peace within. So if my presence can do that, if my words can do that, if my Shakti can do that, through me that Shakti can do that, or through me Paramatma can do that, I'm all for it. And I did have for a very long time, I did have this question. Why? Why am I here? Why am I still in this body? So there is no answer. You exist. Period. Causeless. There is no cause for it. What are you trying to find? So Sat is. You just are. Period. As an Atma, you just are. You exist. There are no why. You cannot even ask why. A question itself is wrong. Because Atma has no cause. Paramatma has no cause.
Uh, yeah, thank you, Ma. That was very insightful. Thank you for sharing this with us. I hope someday you write about it and, in more detail to inspire us.
Thank
So
you
thank
so
you.
much. Thank you, Yogini ji, for asking these questions, and hope you all are liking this program, Smoothie and Samadhi, that we have started. Please comment and please ask your questions. If you have your questions, Yogini ji will pick up those questions and we will answer those questions. Namaste Shivaya.